Assalamu alaikum and a very good day to all. My name is Zulhanif bin Zulkapi and I am from BAVM July. And today I'll be talking about the cost of pollution caused by aviation. To begin with, pollution is one of the biggest issues that the world is facing today. The environmental impact of aviation occurs because aircraft engines emit heat, noise, particulates, and gases which contribute to climate change and global dimming. Airplanes emit particles and gases such as carbon dioxide, water vapor, hydrocarbons, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, sulfur oxides, lead, and black carbon, which interact among themselves and with the atmosphere. And all these carbons are also known as greenhouse gases, which contribute to global warming. Right, to begin with, I would like to talk about noise pollution, which is caused by airplanes. Aircraft noise is seen by advocacy groups as being very hard to get attention and action on. The fundamental issues are increased traffic at larger airports and airport expansions at smaller and regional airports. Aviation authorities and airlines have developed continuous decent approach procedures to reduce noise footprint. But as of today, noise pollution is still a very hard type of pollution to measure and to tackle with, because as of right now, I'm producing noise pollution as well, and I'm slowly, even a tiny speck of it, I'm still contributing to noise pollution. Right, moving on. Water pollution. Airports can generate significant water pollution due to the extensive use and handling of jet fuel, lubricants, and other chemicals. Airports install spill control structures and related equipment, vacuum trucks, portable birds, absorbents, to prevent chemical spills and mitigate the impact of spills that do occur. In countries which have cold climates, the airports will use the use of de-icing fluids, which can also cause water pollution, as most of the fluids applied to aircraft subsequently fall to the ground and can be carried via stormwater runoff to nearby streams, rivers, or coastal waters. Airlines using de-icing fluids based on ethylene glycol and propylene glycol as the active ingredient. These ingredients are known to exert high levels of biochemical oxygen demand during degradation in surface waters. This process can adversely affect aquatic life by consuming oxygen needed by the aquatic organisms for survival. So, and basically, all those chemicals, they seep into the water and they cause like a blockade to the surface, causing no oxygen to be absorbed by the organisms living in the water, and that can cause and lead to mass destruction of death of life organisms. Moving on to the air quality. Next is the effect of air quality from pollution. Ultrafine particles, also known as UFPs, are emitted by aircraft engines during near-surface level operations, including taxi, takeoff, climb, descent, and landings, as well as idling at gates and on taxiways. Other sources of UFPs include ground support equipment operating around the terminal areas. I will now like to talk about the costs included in the operations of reducing pollution. Back in 2003, an article was made from an Englishman which determined how he would price the level of pollution depending on how effective and destructive it was. Some of the methods was the valuation from market prices, such as the value of crops lost to due air pollution. So the more crops a country is losing due to air pollution, the more expensive it gets to reduce the amount of air pollution. Where no market exists, stated preferences techniques can be used to elicit valuations such as surveys of willingness to pay to preserve a rare species or willingness to accept compensation for damage. So an example of the extinction of rare animals caused by deforestation and pollution. That could be ranked as one of the most expensive pollutions because it is due to the permanent loss of an organism and life. And so, according to the Department of Transport of the UK and the HM Treasury, they published estimates of the values of 3 types of environmental effects arising from UK aviation. For global warming, they valued that it would be around 1.4 billion pounds of emissions in 2000, and they forecasted to increase to at least 4.8 billion by 2030. Local air quality valued at around, for a very low price of 119 pounds to a staggering amount of 236 million. That is for the year 2000, and for the year 2030 they haven't estimated that yet. As for noise, they valued it at around 25 million pounds in the year 2000. So to conclude my talk and discussion, I would like to conclude that pollution is very expensive to reduce, and also that production from aviations should develop new techniques and technology so that we can all live in a more eco-friendly way. That will be all. Thank you.